What is up, guys? Hope everyone is doing well. So, I just wanted to put a little video together to throw together some of my thoughts on why I may not be getting a PS5, or if you're not getting a PS5, why you may not be missing out on much at the time. So, I just wanted to put a video together about my thoughts. You guys can let me know what you think. This is my first time doing a video like this, but so to begin, like I never really had consoles like that growing up, and I never really got them as soon as they dropped. And this is the first time I was really considering getting a console as soon as it dropped. So with the jump in power with the new PS5 graphics and the new processing power that the console is going to be coming with, I was really considering getting this new console, but there's a few things that I was thinking about on whether I really want to get this now, because I really do want to get it, but I'm still wondering if now is the right time to be getting the PS5. First off, to begin, I I don't have a pre-order right now, RIP, but I don't have a pre-order because I really intentionally did not get a pre-order. I didn't rush for it like everyone else did, but that was intentional on my part. And so I really didn't get a PS5. Well, I really didn't rush for a PS5 pre-order right at the beginning because I was still deciding on a few things. And so I wanted this video to be about some of the things that I was deciding and what made me really hesitant to get a PS5 pre-order right away like a bunch of people are doing. So if I do get a PS5 order, it will probably not be the digital edition, but it'll probably be the one with the disc drive. Just because I have a lot of PlayStation 4 discs, as you might be able to see behind me, I buy predominantly only PlayStation discs, just because I like to resell my games afterwards. I play a lot of single player games, and usually, as soon as I'm done them, for some titles, I'm like, I'm probably never ever going to play this game again. So I usually just post it up and I sell it, or I take it to the store for store credit, and that way I easily get back my money that I spend. And so that's how I'm usually able to go through a lot of games if I can play it right away. As soon as if I can get a good pre-order discount, and then with that discount I sell the game, and I can usually sell it at that price that I paid for it, and I usually get back my money easily. So that's why I have a lot of discs, and it's just resale value. It's just resale value for my discs, and also, and since I have all these discs lined up here, that's why I want to get the PS5 disc version. That way I can just pop in my discs, and hopefully they have like a bump in performance with the new console. So if I were to get one, it would be the disc drive one. So the reason why I probably may not be getting a PS5 right away, I'll start off with my number one reason was basically the price. So right now the PlayStation is a bit pricey for just a digital edition. I think it's like 4.99, and the disc one is like six something. And correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong on the price, but the disc one is it's a higher price. And right now the price, because this console is dropping right now, the price that you see is the highest price that you're going to see. And we've seen this with other consoles, we've seen this with video games, that the price that you see right at the beginning is always going to be the highest, and then months later they try to lower the price or bundle it up with something else, and then they get another wave of sales. And then usually that's when I try to, I'll try to scoop the new console or scoop like a new game or whatever if I couldn't get like a pre-order discount. But usually I almost never pay full price for anything. I'm always trying to get a deal. I'm always trying to get a discount. And so the price just kind of deterred me. And the fact that the PlayStation, it just comes right now by itself. It doesn't come with any games or anything. So the price that you're paying is just for the console. And I think that console comes with one controller. So yeah, so right now the price that you'll see is the highest price, and we have Black Friday coming up around the corner. And then we also have Christmas sales, and then we have Boxing Day sales coming up. And all of those are going to be opportunities for maybe Sony to do another wave of sales by bundling it with like another game or another controller or other accessories, and and they might even have like a discount on the console itself. So I feel like then might be a good time for me to think about getting the console if it's bundled up with something or if it's at a discounted rate. I feel like it's going to be bundled with Spider-Man Miles Morales for Black Friday or for the Christmas and or Boxing Day sales, just because Miles Morales seems to be the poster child of the new PlayStation 5. So it looks like that might be bundled up with it. I don't see any other PS5 title really being advertised as much as Miles Morales right now. So I feel like Miles Morales is going to be bundled up, and I really want to play that game. So we'll see. So that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking about waiting. All right. Reason number 2. I don't think there are enough launch titles right now. The PlayStation 5 launch titles are really minuscule and they're not really advertising it that much, but almost all of the games that are coming out right now and that they're advertising for the PS5 and that are going to harness the power of the PS5, I think every single one of those games are also going to be available on the PS4, right? And only one of those games is exclusive to PlayStation, which is Spider-Man Miles Morales. Every single other game you could get on PC or you could get on Xbox or whatever have you, So right now I looked it up and I looked up the PS5 launch titles, and it looks like there's going to be 25 launch title games. And out of those 25 launch title games, the only games that I'd really am kind of considering that I am somewhat interested in is not Assassin's Creed Valhalla. If you've tuned into my live streams, you would know how I feel about that game. The titles that I would consider would probably be Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, maybe Spider-Man Miles Morales, Marvel Spider-Man for PS4, which they're remastering, and Watchdog Legions. But that's about it. That's about it. And only Spider-Man is the only PlayStation exclusive game on PS5 launch. So, I don't even, and out of those, I probably am really only interested in Spider-Man Miles Morales. Maybe Watchdog Legions too. They got some good reviews. And I just got a new graphics card, a new RTX 3070 graphics card. And it came with a code for Watch Dogs Legion. So that crosses that off the list. So it's really only Spider-Man that I'm interested in, So so that just like took away a reason for me to really rush and get the PS5. Like the titles, like the console just dropped, so it's going to take a little while for the games to catch up, for the devs to catch up with their titles and the studios to kind of catch up and use the PS5 powers and come out with new titles to really show it off. I feel like it's going to take like a solid year or two for the PS5 to really have some good titles and to really make it worth getting the new PlayStation 5. I think right now it's really, if you're looking at games wise, I don't even think it's that much worth it for me personally. So reason 3 is I don't know if the PS5 graphically wise is even going to look better. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what I've seen advertised is faster load times and higher frame rates. I don't even, from what I've seen from, especially from the Spider-Man games, they've been advertising from the PS4 and on the PS5, and also Miles Morales. They look at these games side by side, and it doesn't look like the games even look that much better. It looks like there's higher frame rates. It looks like there's faster load times, but I don't even know if the graphics are looking better, And I haven't seen a lot of talk about graphics, so I'm assuming the graphics aren't gonna be looking that better. So that's just, and I'm a graphics person. You know, I love graphics. I love details in the environment. I love looking at my environments in the game. I love pausing, using the photo mode and taking photos and just being wowed by the detail and the graphics and the beauty that these devs put into these games. So, but I don't know if the PS5 is necessarily going to make that jump in that area. You know, which leads me into like one of the reasons why these days I'm preferring PC games. It's because graphically wise, you can play the same exact game, same 1080p 60 FPS on console, and then also play it on PC. And on PC it'll show you having better graphics. It'll show you having On PC it'll show more detail just in like the facial features, in their clothing, in their equipment, in just the effects, just in the environment. The PC will almost always show a lot more detailed graphics, even for the same game, running at the same frame rate, running at the same resolution. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards more PC games. But for some exclusives, some of my favorite single player games are PlayStation exclusives. So that's why I stick with PlayStation. So I'm thinking, okay, for those games I'd get that, but right now the only game on the roster is Miles Morales, and Miles Morales is going to be available on PS4. So I'm thinking maybe I should just get it for on PS4 for now, and then in the future, you know, just replay it on the PS5 when I eventually get it. But honestly, I really am hoping that the PS5 will pick up on more graphical detail. I'm hoping that it'll make that jump, but really I can be picky when it comes to those graphical things, but I think I'll only really notice when I'm actually playing a title that I've played on the PS4 and I'm playing it on the PS5, and I can look around and I can notice certain things. I think that'll be the only time that I'll be able to notice it, when I actually have the PS5, where I'm actually playing a PS5 game. You know, and reason number 4, I think it's reason 4. I think the PS4 to PS5 generation jump, in my opinion, I think it's probably the smallest jump in graphics that I've seen. You know, usually from PS1 to PS2, you can clearly see. PS2 to PS3, you can see. PS3 to PS4, you can somewhat see where like the environments and characters and everything was getting like a little bit shinier. You could see a bit more detail and stuff. But now, when you look at PS4 to PS5 comparisons, honestly, sometimes it's hard to notice the difference. You know, it's really hard to notice the difference. And I think that just is a reference to the law of diminishing returns, which is basically the more where the price that you pay for that increase as you get higher and higher will be bigger, but the increase will become smaller and smaller and smaller. So I feel like that's what's happening with these new consoles. I hope that's not the case, because I really am excited to see 4K 120 FPS. I've never seen that with my eyes before. So I'm really excited to see a console that can actually push a game to 4K 120 FPS. I don't even have a monitor or a TV that can show that right now. So it'd be insane to see a game be pushed to that max right now. So, and maybe I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind graphically wise, because once you jump in FPS, it actually does make some of the graphics look better, because everything is more smooth and everything too. So, you know, but you know, all in all, you know, like those are my reasons why I probably won't be getting the PS5 right away. But all in all, like I am excited for the PS5. I shouldn't make it seem like it's all bad, because I'm excited for the controller. The controller I've been hearing a lot of good talks about, with the new haptic motors and the new adaptive triggers. I'm excited for that. And I'm also excited to see 4K games and 4K 120 FPS. Like that just sounds insane to me. And especially a game in 8K. I mean, 8K is barely affordable right now. But the fact that this console can push that right at the beginning, I think that's really cool. So, but yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys getting the console right now? Or, I don't know. Maybe at the end of the day, I'm just going to jump on the hype train because the hype is too real for PS5 right now. It's like everybody's on it. It's sold out everywhere. It's out of stock everywhere. And maybe I'm just salty because I didn't get one. Who knows? Who knows? But let me know if you guys are getting it, what your thoughts are on if you're going to get it now or if you're not going to get it, or are you going to go a different way? Are you going to go PC Master Race? I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment, and LLR, guys. I will see you when I see you. Peace.